It's been quite a while, quite a few days that is, since I've been down in my garden. Look at the little entrance to go to my garden. It's been taken over by the salmon berries. But I don't mind it. It feels like I'm going into my secret lair. Oh, I like that feeling. And then when someone is in the yard, they don't even know there's a garden back here because you can't really see an entrance. It just looks like shrubs growing close to each other. So I don't know what to expect because I haven't been here in a few days. Let's see what the slugs and other things are doing. Oh, I think my potato is about to produce. It's preparing to flower there. That's good. That's very good. Wow. Impressive. It's not looking too bad in here. Oh, look at that. The salmonberry over there make its way underneath the cover and it's coming into the bed. Okay, it must be pretty hot because my beet is bolting. Look at that, it's preparing to flower. I haven't seen beets bolt before. I've been growing beets indoors for a whole year, 4 beets, and just harvesting the foliage. And during that time, for the entire year, even now I can go in there and harvest. And these, I just planted them in there 2 months ago. And look at them, they're bolting. And this one, unlike the others, this is a screen. This is not even plastic. The opposite side is plastic and the 2 other sides is plastic, but this is not even plastic. It's not warm in there, and this region does not even go to 20. On rare occasion we get 20 degrees Celsius. So I don't really know why that one is bolting. The salmon berries are ripening and the birds are just eating them up, so I don't think we'll be able to get much from them this time around. I like to come out in the mornings and get a nice handful of them, but I don't think that's gonna be the case this morning because the birds are everywhere this year. They're not very sweet either, not sweet at all. Salmon berries usually aren't very sweet anyway. Okay, I see I have wild pumpkin trying to grow over there. This bed. Oh, I see. My next batch of potatoes are growing. Nice, nice. And this is a cabbage I'm attempting to regrow. After I planted it in here, I noticed it started to develop that reddish color on it. And my beets struggling along there, needs a bit of moisture. I see I need to do a little bit of weeding in here, and I'm still waiting for my cool weather seedlings to be big enough for me to transplant them into the bed. Now let's see what's going on with this one. Oh yes, this beet is definitely bolting, as is this pak choy. I didn't even get to harvest from that, it just went straight into bolting. But look at these potatoes, how good they look. They're looking really, really good. And I haven't seen any signs of slugs eating them down yet, so that's good. My regrown carrot, regrowing it for seeds. Okay, I can see my cabbage over there is bolting as well. Oh, look at that. Let's go on the other side of this bed. I built this bed so that I can access it from both sides, like open it from both sides, so I don't have to stretch across the garden too much. This one is looking good, but look at that. This is bolting. Now everything to that side is to the west where the sun sets, and then this part is somewhat to the east, so everything on this side is more likely to not bolt. Oh look, this one, purple, is also flowering, which means that these guys are going to be producing pretty soon. Ooh, my switch chards have been harvesting the leaves for quite a while now, and they're still looking good. The bed needs a bit of water though. Well, on the surface it looks that way, but when you move the soil back, you see that it is a bit moist. But my beds are covered with plastic, and then 6 inches across, I have a screen there so that even when it rains, some amount of water can get in there, and then the soil can just wick the moisture so that it's never fully dry, but at the same time not too much water gets in. I'm trying to propagate a piece of sage there. Okay, so far so good, my tomatoes, and I don't see any snails yet, so that's good. Still have a bit of weeding to do here. My kale is coming, and my regrown not pak choy, beets. Look at this. These are my lettuces that are being eaten by slugs, and speaking of slugs, here is one. Oh, these ones are just so slimy, that particular one, that it is not so easy to pick them up at all. Okay, it's good to see my tomatoes are doing good, but the lettuces don't stand a chance because of those slugs. Okay, let's go and check on my corns. It's starting to rain. My corns are still tiny, and I guess it's time to give them a top up of fertilizer. I can see my chayote down in the corner there. The leaves are a bit light, so I'm guessing it is in need of fertilizer. I still need, and I mean my homemade fertilizer, not those chemical fertilizers. Okay. Oh, my potatoes in here are growing too. Perfect. That's good. And my garlic, they're looking okay. Some of the leaves are yellowing. This is the most garlic I've ever grown. Let's see what's going on in this bed. And I'm not sure what to expect from the garlic just yet. This bed has very few things in it, and I'm just waiting for the seedlings to get big enough to transplant in here. One of the challenges I'm having is between the roly-polies and the slugs and some form of grubs in the soil. It's difficult to start plants from seeds in these beds and get them to grow. So I'm starting whatever can be planted in here that can be transplanted, starting them indoors, and then allow them to grow to a certain size and then bring them out. Now, there are some things we can control, and there are some things we just can't control, or we have less control over. And I cannot control how wet this environment is. So when you face challenges, you just have to find some alternatives. So for me, that is starting the plants indoors. Okay, I have carrot seeds sown in here. Sown them a few days ago, the last time I was down here. Another chayote, and from the look of the leaves, it needs fertilizer. And look at my pak choy. I sowed seeds in here so that I could transplant them into other beds, and the slugs are just eating them down. They don't stand a chance. And this is my little lemon balm. Oh look, tomatoes are flowering nice, or at least that one. This one is a store-bought one, and it is a sweet gold. Okay, let's see. I'm so disappointed. None of my amaranths, neither one started indoors nor outdoors, are doing well. Look at this one, how yellow it is. And no, that is not a lack of nutrients. Not a lack of nutrients, because if you look at this pak choy beside it, you'll see that it is quite nice and green, apart from it is being eaten. And I would really like to find a culprit. Now, these plants definitely need some nutrients though, so I'm gonna have to top them up. What is that moving there? A baby slug trying to eat my pepper plant. It ain't ordinary. Ain't ordinary. How dare it? No harder work to get those pepper plants. I see we have some volunteers, tomato plants. Now, this is a mandarin that that I started from seeds. So is that one, and that one, and this one, and the tree that I transplanted are being eaten. The one that is in the container is okay. So my plan is to take them up, put them in containers, and keep the containers in here, because they have to be grown indoors anyway. Lots of grass, young grass, growing in here. I try to get them before they start to send deep roots. You see the amount of weeding I have to do in here. I got soil from a friend, and man, whatever this weed is, there's just a lot of it. Lots of it. I'm not sure what's going on with my geranium. I'm growing geranium for the first time, and my nasturtiums. Yes, I can see these guys are my Scotch bonnet peppers. Definitely in need of nutrients. See the yellowing, sorry, the browning of the tip there? Definitely need nutrients. So I'm going to be fertilizing it sometime on the weekend, if all goes well. I still have that bed down there to complete. This one I finally complete. Well, apart from these support that's supposed to go in a corner, I finally have the plastic on there, and that's where the Scotch bonnet peppers are supposed to be. But until I have enough soil in there, then they're going to stay in the bed they are in now. And look at those slugs. Seem as if some bird dropped the fruits, the salmon berries, in here, and so the slugs found them. This bed hardly ever have an issue with slugs, even though it doesn't have any copper screen on it. And as you can see, it is open. It doesn't have much plastic apart from this piece, and that's the one on the top. I haven't gotten around to complete it yet, but it hardly ever has slugs in it. And this is my garlic bed. Now you saw the beets that I'm regrowing that I said is bolting, right? These ones were planted at the same time. 2 of them, 3 of them. And you see how tiny they are, barely growing. There's one on this end that looks even worse than the others. Well, anyway, that is that. Oh, I should probably get myself some more salmon berries. Now look at all the mess here. It rains and it's just like, when you walk down here, it's more like you're swimming with your feet when you walk down here. And this is how the soil is all the time. Sometimes you might not see the water, but the soil is always fully saturated. So a friend of mine, another contractor, was doing some work for one of his clients, and he was doing the yard, creating a drain and concrete in the yard. So he dug up some gravel, and I was telling him about my garden and how soggy it is. So when he got this project, he said, "Oh, you want some gravel?" I was so excited. I said, "Yes, of course." So now I'm gonna get enough gravel that I can actually cover the entire surface of the ground between all my beds. Isn't that exciting? I didn't have to pay $1. Well, I'm gonna pay for the transportation fee, and rather than paying him in cash, I'm just gonna go and work with him for a few hours, and that will cover the cost of the transportation. It's nice when you're a contractor and you can form bonds with other contractors, because there are lots of perks. I'm getting gravel for free. These salmon berries, they're good. They're really good. Anyway, I've been talking to you for so long, so it's time to sign out. Thank you for keeping me company as I go through the garden and see what needs to be done. I'm gonna have to open up this path a little bit more, because my mom and other family members are gonna be coming to spend some time with me, and they are gardeners like me, and they're gonna definitely want to come down into the garden, whether to harvest or just to look at the garden, or to go down and look at the sea. But whatever the case may be, they're gonna be coming down, so lots of pruning needs to be done. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and I look to talking to you another time. Have yourself a wonderful day. Yeah man, a time for growth. So good.